But we are in the game. We are just waiting for the clock to tick down. I have no idea why that says 12 and the game has not started. I am thoroughly confused at the moment, but I won't question it. There's the pause. Okay, there's. Okay. And then it resets back to 2. I am so confused right now. Rito, please. Bathroom break. Another pause coming out for a bathroom break. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. So, VK. Trolling a little bit. Elite saying that they are getting DDoSed. But it is just a bathroom break. So that is good. Though that is what Champ Select is for, people. That is what Champ Select... Actually, no, that is not what Champ Select is for. Too many times have I come back, be like, oh, sorry, I was in the bathroom, I just picked a random champion, and now we're stuck with, like... Oh, I don't know. 2 ADCs, or, like, double jungle. You're like, well, great! But... Hopefully, you know, I am, even though I give VK the edge, I am really rooting for Elite just because we get to see a game 3. Oh my goodness, we get to see a game 3 after this if they do win. So I am rooting with all of my might that they will pull this out.
소환사의 협곡에 오신
It's
것을
going to be interesting as
환영합니다.
well. I am still on that jungle terrain right now. I want to see what Critical does go for. Item-wise. So we might see actually Juggernaut coming from Critical, maybe. Oh, Pantheon getting caught out. The tornado coming in. Lots of CC gonna be dropped on him, but Lantern will get him out. I don't think they can really do much after that, but they do make their presence known. They do drop Pantheon tremendously low. He should be able to recall and come right back without missing a beat on that blue, though. Elite is just going to opt to go back to their own buff. No invade coming out. Again, people drop so low, like junglers drop so low that Little Wayne
미니언들이
would be,
생성되었습니다.
or Little John. Okay, that joke just fell flat. No, yeah, they just drop so low that counter jungling, invading really early on doesn't go well. The enemy team especially can just rotate and straight up kill you. Poacher's Knife does give you that movement speed, but you have to actively have to be counter jungling to make it even worthwhile. Critical going on to that Krug, while Pantheon goes for, what's the frog called? For the poison damage, regardless. Getting a little bit of help in that bot lane. So, Utmost Bay Life poking out Bowling, but I don't think anything should happen in mid. And as I say that, Critical is going to be here, level 2. Might bait out, lot of flashes coming down mid. Ignite is dropped on Utmost Bay Life, and oh my god, First Blood goes out. Utmost Bay Life not leveling that command protect. Getting a little over eager. Should have smelt something fishy, considering the fact that Lysandra. Oh my goodness. Wow. Really? Syndra! Oh my goodness. That Syndra did not hit level 2 the same time she hit level 2 and stayed level 1 for a really long time. That meant somebody was stealing or soaking XP from that lane. So a little bit of a misstep for Atmos Bay Life. What's words and things? I can't even talk, and that just happened. Yeah, so I'm really confused, but we'll just have to see what happens on that. But that's a great lead for Syndra, considering the fact that she is up in that respect. Chaos and Isaac staying really healthy in that top lane, though. I don't think too much. As long as Isaac dodges, good lord, those cleavers. Simple Math going a little too ham will lose that trade up in there. Isaac going ham onto Chaos. Flash stun coming out from Pantheon, and they should be able to, as I said, he still had flash up. They're giving chase though. But Lee Sin is there to support Mundo just in case. Flash Flay from Katajo was not on the same page as Liban Jack. Was not able to dash in. Flash now burned for Katajo on that Thresh. Both the supports, though, still have exhaust, and heal is available for both ADCs. I'm expecting a Pantheon gank coming down from bot a little, pretty soon. It should be around that time. Unfortunate that they missed out on a kill top lane. It did burn Pantheon's flash, but Chaos now does have no flash of his own, so Pantheon can come out, especially if they get that chain stuns coming out from both the Poppy and the Pantheon. It should be good news all around for them. TP being used now from Poppy to get back into lane. A little bit of a misstep, if I do say so myself, considering the fact that his lane was so pushed out. He would have enough time to come back into lane when Mundo pushes it back into his tower. Yeah, he would have come back with this wave and would not have missed anything. So Chaos Claw does, though he didn't see that, he does have teleportation advantage for the time being. Critical wanting the old Wraith camp. I don't know what they're called. The chickens. We shall call them the chickens. Stun lands for bowling, but command protect. Smartly being put by Outpost Baylife to keep himself healthy. Well, ulti coming down from Poppy as they go into that. Flash doesn't hit the wall. That is unfortunate, but they are still able to pick up the kill on Mundo thanks to that Poppy ultimate as Isaac tanks a turret shot. Liban, Jack, and Katajo having a little bit of a difficult time trading in the bot lane, considering the fact that the shield from Janna is going Shockwave landing on Bolik, Ignite ticking. Pantheon is there, will land the stun, thankfully, and the weird wards placed. I have no idea what happened there, but they do pick up the kill on Bowling. And finally, Katajo. It's going to be a hook that will lead to either win or death on this one. Katajo is going to make his presence known. They have to spell dead. Katajo, though, is going a little too ham by himself. Exhaust is dropped on Simple Math. Finally, Pantheon is here. The Lantern going in the wrong direction because Katajo had to leave. Critical is finally here, but he's taken so much damage. Create the boots. Lucian. Oh my goodness, it gets exhaust dropped, but he is able to pick up the kill onto Corki. Everybody really low, needing to get the F out of dodge. They just need to leave. Chaos Claw was able to teleport down bottom, but isn't able to pick up anything. Considering the fact that he's here, oh man, Critical eats a command attack to the face. He is too low to get Dragon, though. Missed opportunity there. Blue going out over to Outmost Bay Life as everybody is just taking the time to recall. Messy team fight. Sorry, words did not come to me there, but in the end, VK does come out with a kill. That goes over to Liban Jack. Unfortunately, Elite was not able to answer with a dragon. That would have been really nice for them. A little bit of misplay. Chaos taking some turret shots to the face. As he's still down here, his wave up top is pushing in. He will be missing that XP if he does not go up right now. VK is pinging Dragon. They don't have any vision on it right now, and they are afraid. Shockwave misses off onto Syndra. That was a mistake, as a 3-man squad from Elite is mid, picks up the kill on Oriana. As I say that, Katajo initiates onto Simple Math down here. He does flash the Thresh ulti, but he will go down to Liban Jack. Another kill going his way. Lucian is definitely ramping up. The dive coming in from VK, I don't think that's too smart considering the fact that Critical was right there. Critical does pick up a kill onto Pantheon, and that's a double for him. Hook landing coming in from Katajo in the bot lane, but Janna should be alright. A bad dive coming out from VK. Pantheon and Oriana were a little quick to the gun there. Critical did a good job staying around, able to pick himself up. A double kill for his trouble. Wave up top pushed all the way to VK's tower though, so Poppy should be able to... Oh, wow, the lane will probably freeze up there now. Sorry, No, the lane's gonna push, so it's a good time for Chaos Cloud to go up, but he is pretty low health. So dive from Poppy could be a possibility. Bosco is now trying to do Dragon, but there's full vision of it from Control's side. They do have that pink ward, but again, the pink ward is just out of range. Or is it? No, okay. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to grab it, but he's taking a lot of poke. Oh, the new damage coming out from the dragon is next level. Liban Jack going on to Simple Math. He will just be able to Valkyrie away. They are just fighting for doing the dragon dance. Critical being a good Lee Sin, taking every Q that he lands, does get chunked down for health though. TPs for both top laners are down, so they will not be available for this team fight if they do end up taking Dragon. Katajo is trying to fight for vision control as the supports go at it down there. Bosco is still looking to see if he can do something with Dragon, but constant vision is coming out from both teams to make sure that they have eyes on Dragon at all times. I don't know why we're watching a really boring fight up top. Directed cam, why do you fail me so? Ward's getting swept out by Katajo, but they are missing... Oh, they do see it. Pings go down onto the Dragon Pit, where the last ward from Control is at. VK is doing their best to try to push up that bot lane to make a Dragon attempt, but Critical is there waiting in the wings on that Lee Sin. He will get spotted out by a ward in the Tri-Bush though, if he does decide to go in. Liban, Jack, and Katajo having a good vision coverage to keep themselves very safe as they are very extended up there. Syndra now makes her way to that bot tower. That is a 4-man squad coming from Control in the bot lane. They really do want to press to this up in there. I think Bolink got spotted. Oh, as I say that, he doesn't. Stun lands on Levon Jack. Ulti from Bolink is not going to be enough. Will he dodge? He dodges the rocket, but he does not dodge the Q coming from Critical. Critical picks up his 3rd kill. Fourth kill of the game, and does get out safe. And that should be a dragon for Control. They really need to go for it now, considering the fact that VK is down 1 ADC. Well, they're only ADC. But Control, a little bit of a misplay right here, does not end up going for the dragon. Instead, Critical does recall. All he had to do was stay there for the smite. Did not even have to tank it, considering the fact that Janna does have that shield for him. Control, I can only say that that was a mistake, not taking the full advantage of their position. So they are only up a kill instead of a kill and a dragon. Directed cam, why are you focusing on this? Okay. So on the farm-wise objective, things are pretty even straight across the board. That's to be expected. Lee Sin did end up going for that Stalker's blade. He went for the Warrior, which, you know, is good. It is a mini Brutalizer. Functions really well with an actual Brutalizer. So I don't know if Lee Sin is going to opt out for more of that damage role. They do have a designated tank in Mundo, so it would be alright if he does a little bit of damage building that Brutalizer. And then going into something like a Randuin's. That could be a possibility as well. So we'll have to see what he decides. But gold pretty much even straight across the board. Only 1 kill really separates that. VK securing the crab, making sure that they will have that vision and speed boost. There it is if during this dragon dance. Chaos and Claw content in just farming up in time. Stun lands onto Atmos Bay Life. Shockwave going down to Bolink. Ultis and flashes and ignites go out. And it's going to be a trade 1-for-1 in the mid lane as both mid laners kill each other. The big thing though, they are content to farm. Critical finds Bosco in the jungle. Wow, and is able to pick up the solo kill as well. Lots of solo kills going down on the map right now. But as I was trying to say earlier, the top is content to farm, but Chaos does have the teleport advantage. Culling drops down. Math is going to take a lot of that. There's a hook landing on Yax, dropping down really no exhaust, dropping onto Simple Math. Ulti now coming from Kanajao, but it's a little too late. Critical is so strong. Chaos was wanting to teleport down to bottom, cancels it when he sees that his team was doing alright. Instead turns and faces onto Isaac. Isaac just needs to fight this, but it's too late. I think he's going to fall. The flash being forced out of Chaos Claw. But Burning Agony is going to pick up the kill from it as he gets stunned onto the wall. A lot of kills going on, a lot of missed rotations considering the fact. Critical comes in, Bosco will fall, and that's going to be a free dragon for Control. A little bit of a misplay on VK's part, considering the fact that they were down their ADC as well, and they tried the 2-man. As I said, the jungle is so unforgiving this patch. So much damage happens. So steals are a lot more likely. Can't get away with just having 1 or 2 people on those big objectives. So Control definitely taking control of this game this time. Shockwave landing on Atmos Baylife. Altis go down, but no ignite. Atmos Baylife will pick up the kill. He does get flanked from both sides from Simple Math and Chaos Claw. And the kill goes over to Simple Math. Control doing a great job. Trying to snowball their lead into that. Critical is coming up big for his team. This time making his presence known quite well. But the thing is, Lee Sin does fall off later the game goes. So though he is 6-0, if he builds straight damage, I can only, he will kind of be shooting himself in the foot as VK builds up armor in the later end of this game. But what is okay? So Ranger's Trailblazer and Warrior Enchant as well coming out over from Pantheon. I can't fault him for that, though. Considering the amount of fights he's taken, Skirmisher would probably have worked out better for him. But he is up in farm. Not enough to make up for a 6-0 Lee Sin though. So Critical is still very much ahead in that game. Panth needs to not fight him. He's been caught in his own jungle and solo killed by Critical multiple times. So that is not good. Blue is going to be taken by Bolink though. So both mids will have that available to them. They have just been killing each other over and over and over again. But Atmos Baylife has been flanked afterwards, so Control has been rotating a lot better than VK, considering the fact that they are supporting each other when things are happening. Hook landing onto Simple Math from Katajo, a double flake coming. Pantheon and Atmos Baylife is there. Nice shockwave hitting both the targets. Culling dropping down. Isaac is also rotated down to Critical, forcing him to flash out. Hook not missing as Bosco rides the Lantern, but they should be able to pick up that mid turret. Isaac going 1 versus 1 onto Chaos Claw, but he is taking a lot of damage. Nice ulti to live a little bit longer, but his team were too focused on going for that tower, which was the right call. Isaac going a little too ham, considering the fact that he only has a turning force at the moment. He hasn't, he does not have either the damage needed or the tankiness to pull stunts like that. He did go toe-to-toe with Chaos, who is now finished his Spirit Visage and on his way to Sunfire Cape, so he is slowly making his tanky debut, so to say. Ulti comes out from Lee Sin onto Atmos Baylife, but that's not going to kill. Flash from Isaac will kill Mundo, but that is the tank. Hook lands on Bolink. Nice shockwave now. That's going to be one dead Syndra. Bosco is wreaking havoc in the backline as he ultied Simple Math and Yax. Isaac should be able to chase this down though. Heal being popped to give the speed boost. Simple Math should be able to just Valkyrie away, but wow! Isaac's Q does too much damage, and that should be a second tier 2 tower as that team fight went all in VK's favor. Tying, bringing them back from a deficit. 1k gold lead now. Unfortunately, Dragon is 40 seconds in, but they don't have the timer for that, so they are not too sure in when they on when it spawns. instead deciding to just recall out with their winnings. IE and Yumi's Ghostblade now finished for Lee Bon Jack on his Lucian. So Radical is opting for a Last Whisper, so he is going to try and go damage. But with that last team fight swinging in VK's favor, this might be, again, a little bit of a mistake. Because the longer the game goes, the more Lee Sin falls off. Katajo doing his best to clear out the wards of control during that dragon pit. Flash being forced out of Lee Bon Jack as they try to hunt him down. Lee Bon is getting caught, drops really low, is going to be forced to recall. And Control should just pick up the win, just take the win and go for that dragon. And that is exactly what they are doing, even getting the control of the crab in the river. And that is going to be a second stack of Dragon Slayer. Katajo getting caught out. Should have just known that Dragon was gone already, considering the fact that Libon wasn't there. And again, they are just focusing too much of their damage on Chaos. He is not the target that you should be going on. And VK is paying for it in these team fights. See, while they were focused on Mundo, 3 members of Control push down and grab a free tower. The disengage now happening, coming out, pushing Bosco away from his ultimate. Culling goes down from Lee Bon Jack. Isaac picks up a kill onto that Lee Sin, chasing him down in their jungle as Control is backing away, trying to disengage from this fight. And yeah, with so much poke happening coming out, Katajo is able to land his hooks though. Exhaust going down on Simple Math. I don't think there's anything running from him. Isaac is just going to chase him down, and he does pick up the kill. They are just going to rotate top though, pick up that last, or not last, second last, second tier tower. Considering the fact that they did not have a minion wave down, timers, death timers are pretty short. They did get nerfed a little bit, so max time does not end up until 42 and 15, I think, 42 minutes and 15. They are just going to vouch for some vision. They do miss that pink ward though. Chaos Claw is going to be able to defend it. This is going to be a really bad time for VK to recall though. They spent a little too much time. But Control is not wanting to opt for a Baron at the moment. They do have multiple visions. They do know that VK has the back, but they are taking a lot of poke. Corky now farming bot lane as well as Mundo with the top, trying to push out their lanes just to gain a little bit more of vision control on the map. Pantheon's ulti will go. Where does it land? It will be mid. Yex is going to get flanked. Nice ulti pushing Bosco away, but it's totally not enough with 4 members of VK there to pick up the kill. Corky is going to be chased down by Isaac. Yumi's popped for Isaac as well. Massive amounts of damage. The slow from the double buff. Isaac is going to pick that up, and that could be the first inhib of the game. 2 members down for Control. You know, a call needs to be made. VK is taking their sweet time to make a decision. I think they're looking for more, in which case I don't think that's what they're going for. Nice stun on the wall coming from Isaac, but it is again onto their tank. Ulti drop down onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin flashes away, but there is no getting away from Isaac when he has that ulti on, taking all of the turret shots for days. Yex is now respawned as well as Corgi, but the jungler is now down. Baron could be a possibility, but VK is just wanting to opt out for that second, or for their last tier 2 tower. Katajo dropping a little low, getting too near to the tower. Nice shockwave, but there's no follow-up coming out of VK, and Chaos Claw just making sure to face tank all of that. Nice Zhonya's coming up for Outmost Baylife to save his life. Isaac is back into the fray, but again, he goes on Chaos Claw, which is the tank, and there is no point to that, considering the fact that there is so much damage when the rest of Control is there. A speedy retreat coming out from VK, heals being popped as Control gives chase thanks to the Janna speed movement buff, but VK should be able to make a safe retreat. They don't have the health bars though to defend this tier 2 tower. They just need to make sure that they stagger their recalls so that they can properly defend this. Outmost Baylife and Katajo are really low. Oh my goodness, Katajo is going balls deep. He does support that though. Bosco landed with no health. So a little bit of a misplay again. They were too low to defend that. Isaac is doing work though. Picks up 1 kill on Critical. Another kill thanks to Utmost Baylife with that, and they turn it around. Man, this game is such a bloodbath, and I think both teams just know what is on the line in this game, and both are fighting really well, but I think because of that added pressure, there have been mistakes and miscalls throughout this game. Both of them really need to slow the pace of this game down, relax, and think a little clearer on the objectives. They need to focus a little bit more on the words. They need to focus a little bit more on the objectives, considering that a free dragon was available to both sides there more than once, and now that considering that dragon is spawned, VK should be either fight this or just trade the 3rd stack of Dragon Slayer for a Baron buff. Vision control is not there for VK, that's why they are getting poked down. All the damage coming in to Bosco, but he just eats that up. Isaac is tearing havoc in the back line, but I don't think he does not have the ulti. Command Protect is finally able to save him. He does still fall though. No, that was Pantheon. Isaac is still going on Chaos Claw. Bullink has been alive for the longest time in this fight. Able to get out all his ulti, picks himself up a double kill, and Orianna will answer with a kill of Self-Mundo. And both mid laners are alive with almost no damage. Oh my goodness, so much. That fight hurts me so much. Isaac is so strong in this game on that Poppy. Same with Critical. But their focus hurts. Their focus. Isaac goes on Chaos Claw, which is a Mundo, which is the tank. And Critical goes on to their jungler, Bosco, with his ulti. Of all the people, he ultis Bosco. I have no idea what is it with these people. Both of the most fed people on each of their teams have the worst focus. And that fight was a lot messier than it was. Thankfully, both of those carries made the same mistake, so they ended up being a very even fight. But VK or Control could have taken, you know, the win in that fight, regardless. A little bit of a misplay there, considering the fact that you drop a pink and sweep the same bush. I don't know what's going on. The decision making is slowly declining while this game, like the longer this game is going. So honestly, it can go either way. Right now, though, VK does have a commanding gold lead, close to 4K. Item based now, though, Bosco does have that rando wins finished for himself. Resistances coming out from Critical as well after his damage items. He ended up going for a Tiamat instead of a Last Whisper, which I thought was what that pickaxe and longsword was. So that's interesting. Though in retrospect, it could be used to split push later on in the game. He will be able to clear out those waves pretty fast. They saw that Simple Math wasn't with them, so they can make a risky Baron call, but they waited a little too long. Simple Math is now joined up with his team on that Corki, but VK does have vision over, or they do have a control over that Baron as of right now. As both teams meet in the middle, they are going to now think about doing this Baron dance. Hook lands onto the wrong person. Thankfully, Katajo is not like his compatriot Isaac to go in on that. That would have been a huge mistake. But IE and Last Whisper, along with Alternative Force, now finished for Corki. He is 4-8-4, not as fed as the Lucian, but his items are a lot better. Considering the fact that Lucian just went for that static shiv to help with the lane clear, the wave clear, sorry mind you, since they are also lacking big damage coming out from Outmost Bay Life to Bowling on that Syndra. As they end up doing the Barret call, they saw that Levon Jack was a bot lane. It is going to take a while for them. VK does not have any vision at all. It is too late. They needed to just push mid, considering the fact that they have a minion wave right there. And they could have traded an inhibitor for it, but instead, because they gave up that vision of Baron, they lose out on a Baron and they lose up on an inhib as well. Great decision making coming out from Control Alt Elite, giving themselves a Baron buff and a way back into this game. Now with the Baron buff changes, they does make your minions a lot more powerful in the lane, as well as faster recalls. So the split push is not as scary, considering the fact that a person or the entire team can just recall a lot faster to stop a split pusher. But considering looking at the team comp from VK, there is no one who can really split push for them, because everyone is vital to a team fight. You know, if Levon Jack's not there, a lot of their constant damage is gone. Whereas Poppy definitely needs to attack their backline instead of Chaos Claw. But I think he's just tunneling a little too much onto the tank. Which is a little bit disappointing. But overall, I am very surprised on how this Poppy's played. If he was able to just focus a little bit better, I think this game would have been a really one-sided, and you would have a really good game with Poppy. The tier 2 falls for VK as the poke is just too much from the Syndra. The rockets from Simple Math also chunking away the VK squad. Utmost Baylife taking one to the face right there, dropping right below half. This Baron buff is doing wonders for them, as well as the 3 stacks of Dragon Slayer, as there is a lag spike. That probably was on my end. Wow, the range from those cannon minions are next level though. Baron buff, absolutely great at sieging. Liban Jack gets caught with a Syndra stun. A shockwave only hitting one person. That was really unfortunate. Yex is out of mana at the moment, but they still have this Baron buff. Dragon is now respawned, and I think Control Elite is just making their way to pick that up. Their VK's mid lane is pushing though, so if Control waits around too long, that could be problematic. Nice hook onto Critical by Katajo. Ulti from Pantheon, a little bit missing its mark. Liban Jack and Atmos Bay Life pretty low as well. Top tower, top lane is getting pushed. Top tower is going to fall thanks to that minion wave. VK not responding fast enough to that threat. VK is definitely getting pushed in. And they're losing control of their lane pressure. Because they lack that split pushing element in their team comp, whereas as Chaos really can just teleport in and he doesn't have to be there at all in the team fight until later on. This is where the earlier team fights are starting to make the difference, because VK didn't do or take advantage the best they could, and Isaac was focusing on Chaos. Even though he's 10-4, that could have been a lot better for him. Liban Jack will just waste his culling on Chaos as he just soaks it up, and Chaos is now full health already thanks to that regen. There is still some time left on the Baron buff, so they are going to siege the mid tower. Isaac in the back line goes against Simple Math. A really great pick, finally not going. Bosco will end up stunning Syndra as well as Isaac picks that up. Great shockwave hitting the last remaining members of Control. Critical is going to get away with his life, but he is the lone survivor as the full 5-man squad of VK pushes down bot. Isaac is just going to opt out to tank this, or it might be Katajo. Yeah, it is going to be Katajo, that would be weird considering the fact that Isaac does not have any defenses whatsoever. That inhib tower doing a lot of work, but thanks to the command protect from Atmos Bay Life will keep Katajo alive. The spawn timers are now really long. It is close to that max time limit as they push it up on this Nexus, and it could be a win. It's going to be very close. Can Critical do something by himself? No, it looks like Simple Math is here, and it's going to be a 2-0 sweep for VK as they secure the first place seed in their group.